Today we got a beast of a light here, the Dewalt 3000 lumen 20 volt max tripod light. We're going to cover this light head to toe in the video today. We're going to talk about all the things that I love, some of the things that I don't, and one thing you probably shouldn't do. So now that you're subscribed, let's get into it. This thing is freaking awesome. I have a lot of work lights, and by far this is the most powerful. Now we're going to light this thing up here in a bit, but check out how easy it is to collapse this thing. You can store it, no issue, pick it up, move it around. You're looking around 16 pounds for this light, and handles everywhere. So again, you want to pick it up, move it, simple to do. Now you can bring these legs out simply by pushing that button down on that handle, and then you have your telescoping right here. Now let's get one of my negatives out of the way right off the bat. The clamps that you use to lock down the extendable pole or to release to bring up the pole, well, they just feel a little cheap to me. The one thing that I notice about Dewalt sometimes is that the most used parts of a tool are sometimes the most cheaply made. So I wish they were a little bit more sturdy. I'm not saying you'll have any issues, I just noticed that. Now, the one thing I love is that it extends up to 7 feet. Even though I feel weak and feeble standing next to it, well, it's really cool because it helps eliminate casting shadows. You can also collapse it down to 39 inches. Now the battery, you can use flex volts on here, the sexy flexi, or you can use your standard 20 volt max. You have your power switch right here next to the other handle, and you have 3 different settings. You can go up to 3000 lumen, and I'm guessing the first setting is 1000 lumen, the second setting is 2000 lumen, and then the third is 3000 lumen. But it is freaking bright. Now you do have that more natural LED daytime light, you know, that warm glow. But wait until you see a little bit later in this video how much you were able to light up with this light. Now here's my second negative, and it's not a big negative. When it comes to the rotating head, which is really nice, you can go up, down, about 90 degrees, left, right, so you can adjust this. I do wish that you could adjust that all the way down to protect your light a little bit more. Now, for example, on the Milwaukee light, you can bring that all the way down, close it, and it goes in nice and safe, and it sort of protects itself, where this light sort of just stands out, and if you were to drop it, somebody comes by and kicks it or hits it with something, well, there's a chance of it breaking. Now, I doubt that'll happen. I'm just letting you know that's one of the things that I thought about. But that diode is extremely freaking powerful. I mean, boom! I mean, you know, I'm probably going to end up getting in trouble for this. Sorry. But there is a good reason why there are 3 different adjustable settings on this. And this is sort of like a reenactment of what really happened, but I sort of kind of like was drawn like a moth to a flame on this thing, and I stared directly into the light, which blinded me for about 30 seconds. So don't do that. So now another really nice thing that I noticed about that, those legs on the tripod, pretty heavy duty, pretty wide, got a nice stance, even on uneven surfaces. You know, this thing was leaning and was not falling over at all. So rough terrain, it works really, really well. You also got a really, really nice solid build on this entire unit, other than, well, yeah, the hold down clamps. But other than that, really, really tough. Now I'm going to show you how bright this thing is. We waited until it was completely dark, no moon outside, and I don't even think the camera does this thing justice. So let me just show you the backyard here. This thing throws so much freaking light on high, even low and medium. I'll show you that. 3000 lumens. Again, the camera I don't think is doing it justice. It throws such a swath of light everywhere, and it will even go down over this hill that you can't really pick up all that well. But if you're working out on a job site, let me tell you, this thing is just crazy powerful. So let me show you now. I'm going to go down. I'm about 45 yards away from this light. And again, it is just shining light everywhere. I'm telling you, the camera doesn't do it justice. It just brings it all the way down that backyard. Let me show you one other thing here. We're going to light up the back of the house. Now, if you have an area that you're working, maybe you're trying to repair something out at night, or you're doing masonry or whatever you're doing, check this out. So here's the back of the house. Again, completely dark, no lights. We're going to kick this up on high, then I'll bring it down on medium and low, but that is your high. That illuminates the entire back of that house. That is really cool. And the backyard here, like we mentioned earlier in the video, you know, the terrain is not even there. It's hilly, you know, it's muddy, and that light just stands there, and I don't have to worry about it tipping over. Just a really, really awesome light. I'm really happy about this. And you can tell, because when I get excited about something, my voice starts to fluctuate. Here we go. I'm going to bring it down to medium, and then we're going to bring it down to the first setting. And you can see it's not as harsh, but it is a warmer, natural light type of light. So there you go, all. This thing is freaking awesome. Super easy to store. Here's the deal. There's a couple things that I wish were changed on this, but they're not deal breakers for me, right? So we talked about the latches. We talked about, well, you might want to protect that headlight, but everything else is pretty much perfect. This is just a really well-built, heavy-duty, construction-grade light. It's easy to use. You know, those tripod legs come out super easy. You want to collapse it. It does it really quickly. You know, is it as balanced when you're carrying it? Not really, but who cares? You can grab any handle on this thing because they supply you enough and walk away with it. And it's great for storage. You throw it in a corner and you don't even have to worry about it getting in your way. That light, man, it is freaking awesome. Dewalt, I'm giving you a very, very good job on this light. But I want to know what you think. Have you used it? Are you planning on using it? Just an FYI, if you go to the Home Depot page right now, I'll put a link in the description. It says that they'll give you the price once you put it in the cart. At the Home Depot, if you put it in your cart, it is $158 at the time of this video being shot. You know, prices change. That's why I don't usually put them in the videos, but it is $158. Please don't forget to smash that like button, get subscribed, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on any other videos. And with that, we'll be back with more videos soon.